Do you want to look elegant, sophisticated, and have that high-end woman vibe without making things complicated? Today I'm going to show you how to wear a midi skirt effortlessly without breaking the bank. It's not magic, it's fashion. In this video, you'll discover the exact combinations, the right colors, and the tricks that can turn a simple outfit into something straight out of a fashion magazine. Stay until the end, because the final tip will reveal how to make every step you take in a midi skirt look like pure luxury. Tip number 8. Choose the right cut for your body. This is where the magic begins, Queen. A midi skirt is like a symphony. If you don't choose the right cut, it just doesn't play well. Not all midi skirts are created equal, and they certainly don't fit all of us the same way. Some cuts hug your waist like they were custom made for you, and others, honestly, look more like a tent than a piece of clothing. If you have an hourglass or pear-shaped body, look for a high-waisted skirt with a soft A-line flare. This cut highlights your curves without exaggerating them, and it creates that endless legs effect. More rectangular or straight figure, then a pleated skirt or one with strategic volume adds shape and dimension to your silhouette. Now, if you've got a little tummy, like many of us do after 40, go for a skirt with a wide waistband or empire waist. It flatters your figure, holds everything in place, and lets you breathe without fearing a button will fly across the room. Avoid skirts that are too tight or made from stiff fabrics if you want to move gracefully. Looking expensive isn't about how tight something fits. It's about how well it flows with your body. Your style shows that a good cut isn't just a preference, it's a strategy. Because when a skirt fits you, instead of the other way around, your whole body language changes. You stand taller, smile with more confidence, and the world takes notice. A woman in the right cut doesn't need to show it all to be unforgettable, but the next tip will help you choose exactly which skirt to wear without looking overdone or boring. And if you're enjoying these kinds of tips, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Yes, we talk fashion, but more importantly, we talk about confidence, style, and feminine power. Tip number 7. Choose your skirt based on the occasion. Let me tell you this with love. Not every midi skirt works for every situation. Just like you wouldn't wear a pearl necklace to the gym, you probably shouldn't wear a sequin skirt to the grocery store, unless that's your thing. And if it is, I applaud you. But truthfully, dressing appropriately for each moment is one of the most elegant moves you can make. For everyday wear, a structured cotton skirt, linen, or even polished denim can give you that relaxed yet put-together vibe. If it's lunch with friends, a satin pleated skirt paired with a crisp white blouse and cherry red lips says, "I don't try too hard, but look at me." Now, for a dinner, an event, or a special night out, go for a midi skirt in satin, silk, or a soft, flowy fabric with movement. Here's the secret. Avoid large prints, overly bright colors, or too much sparkle. That's not elegance. That's visual anxiety. And speaking of true elegance, Queen Letizia of Spain has mastered this art. At every public event, her clothing choices, including her beloved midi skirts, are always perfectly suited to the occasion. For formal visits, she usually chooses solid-colored skirts in noble fabrics paired with soft blouses, achieving that ideal balance of sophistication and restraint. Her image communicates exactly what it should, every time. No more, no less. That, too, is power. Remember this: A woman who dresses for the occasion doesn't adapt, she leads with style. Are you enjoying these tips? Then don't miss my ebook, More Elegant Than Ever. It's a complete handbook to help you refresh your image. Link in the description. Tip number 6. Use jewelry strategically. Here's a truth that's elegant, but necessary. You don't need to look like a Christmas tree to appear valuable. Well-chosen jewelry has the power to elevate you and also to ruin your outfit if you don't know how to use it. Pick pieces with purpose. Some well-sized gold hoops, a delicate necklace that highlights your neckline, a classic watch. These are your silent weapons of style. Avoid loud, plastic, flashy, or oversized jewelry. That more is more trend can be fun in your 20s, but in your 50s, it's better to master the art of refinement. And who better than Julianne Moore to show us how it's done? Always flawless, with jewelry that seems to melt into her skin. It's not the first thing you notice, but once you do, you can't look away. Jewelry is the final accent. That defines your style, without the need for words. Chosen with intention, it adds shine, structure, and sophistication to your face and outfit. It's that detail that takes something simple and turns it into something majestic. A single, well-placed piece can make you look more polished, more confident, more you. That's what we're aiming for. Pieces that don't shout, "Look at me," but instead whisper, "I just stand out naturally." A queen doesn't overload herself with adornments. She chooses wisely, wears them with intention, and shines effortlessly. Now, if you've already found your perfect skirt, the right color and jewelry that lifts you, let me tell you how one tiny detail can make you look even more luxurious. Tip number 5. Choose elegant colors. Yes, color matters. A lot. One color can elevate you or drag you into the abyss of bad taste in seconds. So if you want to look expensive, sophisticated, and give off that "I just had coffee with Carolina Herrera" vibe, choose tones that speak for you without shouting. Neutral colors like camel, ivory, taupe gray, black, off-white, and navy blue are always a win. They look expensive because they radiate calm, balance, cleanliness. There's something about these tones that whispers, "She knows." Avoid fluorescents, harsh fuchsias, and neons. Unless you're a conceptual artist or your date is in the 1980s. Want a little color? Perfect. Jewel tones like emerald, burgundy, sapphire, and amethyst are your best allies. They're rich, sophisticated, and bold without losing elegance. This brings us to Victoria Beckham, who has made monochrome her personal signature. Her midi skirts in neutral tones paired with tops in the same color always make her look polished, always in control. And that's no accident. It's visual strategy. Monochrome elongates the silhouette and gives that quiet luxury vibe that few can pull off. Because real style doesn't make noise, it makes a statement. So now you know, gorgeous. Pick colors that feel like a whisper in your ear, not a shout in your face. Avoid loud fuchsia, neon yellow, lime green, overly saturated prints, shiny gold, metallic silver, and combinations that are too high contrast. The color of your skirt defines the visual impact of your whole outfit. It can light up your face, slim your figure, and project elegance without saying a word. Neutral or deep tones like black, camel, or navy usually exude sophistication, and they're easier to pair. A poorly chosen color, on the other hand, can harden your features or highlight areas you'd rather downplay. Dressing in smart colors is dressing with visual strategy. And the next tip is about something small. but powerful enough to completely transform your look. Tip number 4. Add belts that frame your silhouette. A belt isn't just an accessory, it's a frame. It's the moment your silhouette pauses and says, "Here's my center." When it comes to midi skirts, a well-chosen belt can elevate your entire look, or ruin it if thrown in without purpose. Have you noticed how some women seem to have flawless figures, even in loose clothing? It's not always genetics. Often it's the right belt placed in exactly the right spot. Whether it's a subtle waistband or a delicate tie, this small detail can completely transform your image. The key is making it feel like part of the outfit, not a last-minute add-on. Avoid overly large belts, flashy logos, bold, contrasting colors, or distracting textures. A loud belt can steal attention from the overall harmony of your look. And if your skirt already has volume, adding a wide belt might actually shorten your figure visually. The key? Go for slim leather belts, smooth textures, and discreet buckles in neutral tones. If your skirt is high-waisted, place the belt right at the narrowest part of your waist to frame your figure gracefully. If you're petite, a belt in the same tone as your skirt will visually elongate your body without cutting it in half. A well-chosen belt is like an expensive perfume. You don't see it, but you feel its presence. Ready for the next detail that can transform a look from pretty to wow? It's something we use every day, yet it often goes unnoticed. Tip number 3, pair it with elegant blouses. The blouse, my darling queen, is your midi skirt's dance partner. If it doesn't move with grace, the whole performance loses its charm. You could have the most stunning skirt in the world, but if you pair it with a thoughtless blouse, the look falls apart. Want that polished, confident, modern woman effect? Then you need to understand that the right blouse doesn't just cover, it builds shape, adds texture, and directs the eye. That perfect balance between top and bottom comes from proportions, not excess. Avoid blouses with plunging necklines, shiny synthetic fabrics, oversized prints, or slogans and printed phrases. Also, avoid ones that end right at the hips, unless you tuck them in, because they break the visual line and can throw off your proportions. Go for blouses in soft but structured fabrics, satin, silk, fine linen, or premium cotton. A blouse with subtle shoulder pads or three-quarter sleeves can elongate your figure. And don't underestimate the power of a crisp white shirt neatly tucked in the front. Add a thin gold necklace or a single pearl, and voila! Matching well doesn't mean adding more, it means balancing. The art of dressing elegantly isn't about rigid rules, but about understanding how each piece flows with the next. What's coming next is that one secret garment many forget, but it holds the power to make you look like you just stepped out of a fashion editorial. Tip number 2, use third pieces. This is where so many women miss the opportunity to elevate a basic look into something completely unforgettable. The famous third piece. A blazer, a light jacket, a trench coat, a long kimono, a structured vest. It's not extra. It's the finishing touch. That extra layer adds dimension, texture, and turns a midi skirt into a statement of elegance. When a woman wears a third piece with intention, she's not just getting dressed, she's showing up. That extra garment gives you structure, visual authority, and a subtle air of mystery. It's like telling the world, I've got a plan and the style to execute it. And speaking of structured elegance, there's one woman who always sets the bar, Kate Middleton. Her flawless looks with midi skirts and perfectly tailored blazers are iconic. She's always seen in thoughtful layers that seem to float around her, as if the wind itself respects her presence. Each of her public appearances is a masterclass in how to add volume and presence without losing femininity. Avoid jackets that are too short, blazers with exaggerated shoulder pads, or heavy, bulky fabrics. It's also best to steer clear of loud prints on this outer layer. They can overwhelm the look. And beware of synthetic materials that wrinkle just by looking at them. They instantly steal your visual elegance. Look for pieces with a soft drape, clean lines, in neutral or deep accent colors. A beige blazer over a black midi skirt and white blouse creates a look that's quiet but powerful. A long jacket in the same color as your skirt creates a vertical column effect that magically elongates your figure. Dressing well isn't about piling on clothes. It's about using each piece like a brushstroke on the canvas of your body. Every piece should have a purpose, an intention, a voice that adds without shouting. Because real style isn't imposed, it's whispered with elegance. And now we've arrived at the most essential piece of all, the one so many forget, but which is truly the soul of the entire look. Tip number 1. Choose fluid fabrics. If you truly want to look expensive without effort, this is the tip that makes all the difference. Because a garment can have the perfect cut, the right color, and ideal accessories. But if the fabric doesn't move, if it doesn't drape with grace, if it wrinkles when you sit or shines too much, say goodbye to elegance. A midi skirt made from fluid fabric doesn't just flatter your figure, it flows with you. It walks with you, moves with you, breathes with you. It's that skirt that gently sways as you pass by, that seems to float weightlessly, one that doesn't cling, doesn't shrink, and doesn't betray you with wrinkles in the wrong places. And no one masters this art better than the French-Mexican beauty Salma Hayek. A symbol of refined elegance, her style is full of quiet details. When she wears midi skirts, and she does often, she always chooses fabrics that move, that flow like a soft conversation. She knows it's not about looking perfect, it's about looking free and expensive. Avoid stiff, heavy, shiny fabrics or low-quality materials that wrinkle just from being looked at. Also, skip any fabric that makes noise when you move. That's not elegance. It's discomfort with sound effects. Look for materials like matte satin, flowing silk, crepe, heavy linen, or structured cotton. If the skirt falls straight, but softly, if it creates a gentle sway as you walk, you're already halfway to a stunning look. Pair it with understated shoes, a simple blouse, and minimal accessories, and you'll look like you walked out of a luxury magazine. Fluid fabrics add movement, lightness, and effortless elegance. They complement your figure without clinging too much, creating a feminine and sophisticated look. They also smooth over imperfections and give off a sense of ease and self-assurance. A good fabric doesn't just look expensive, it feels like a caress with every step. The flowing fabric, you don't just look elegant, you feel free. And that, my love, is noticeable. A woman who moves with lightness doesn't need to speak loudly. Her presence says it all. If you made it this far, drop a grace in every detail in the comments so I know you're part of our community of women who shine from within. What you learned today is just the beginning. My ebook, More Elegant Than Ever, will show you how to dress for your body type, choose your best colors, and so much more. The link's in the description, and only the first ones to grab it will get all the exclusive content, because you deserve to look like a queen.